Hello everybody, welcome to QuickSave, your quick checkpoint throughout the week for all the video game news. My name is Gold, and boy, oh boy, have we had a good day today. We're eating, boys, because we're going to jump right into it, all right? We have 3 stories today, and story number 1, Pokemon 30th Anniversary Special Pokemon Presents happened today. And, you know, the past few years, it's hit and miss. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. But I think, they had a lot of fluff. They had a lot of fluff things. You know, they always have a lot of fluff things in there. But boy, they hit. They hit a home run, especially with one thing that's going to take my money. I'm pulling from Michael Kripe at IGN. Everything announced at the Pokemon Presents 30th Anniversary. And number 1, and this is what's going to take my money, the Pokemon Red and Blue Game Music Collection. It's a little tiny, very tiny, Game Boy Color, which as soon as I saw it, I went, oh no, what are they doing to me? In a box, a big box that has the cover of Pokemon Red or Blue on it, and you have cartridges, little cartridges that you put inside. On the front has the front of Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue, and on the back has screenshots from the original games, and when you put them in, it plays music, and you can play all 45 songs from the original game on the Game Boy, and they said they even made it sound like the Game Boy. Look at this. This is incredible. I need this. And it's sold out. It's sold out. I had to work. I had to wait. I was like, hey, I'll watch it later. I want to watch it with my brother. It's sold out. I hope you enjoy it. Pokemon trading card game set featuring Mew and Mewtwo was teased. They had a nice trailer. They didn't really show a whole lot. I don't collect many of the cards, so I don't know if any of these cards were new. They did show off some like joint cards with 2 Pokemon 1 cards. I thought that looked really, really, really fancy and nice. I can't tell you if they're new cards or not. They probably are. They did show off Mew and Mewtwo. Looks nice, but they didn't really show that much. But I'm sure it's going to sell like gangbusters, and you're not going to be able to buy anywhere unless you stand there and heckle the guy loading the shelf before you get told to leave the store. Pokemon Go celebrates 10 years with returning Pokemon. I'll be honest, they always show Pokemon, Cafe and Masters and all these things, and I don't really care about those. Pokemon Go, I haven't played in a long time, but I like it. And 10 years is a big year. I thought, boy, they'll do something big. Unless they plan to announce something later on in this year. This was stupid. A 2-day tour event aims to bring players back starting tomorrow, with the February 2026 Pokemon Presents telling fans to be on the lookout for a huge range of returning monsters. They're like, a ton of the monsters, or all of them, are going to be coming back for a limited time. And that was it. I was expecting 10 years. Like, come on. You missed that, Clefairy. Go get it. Pokemon Masters EX. Actually, never played the game, but this is the biggest thing that could actually get me to go try it. It's getting, because in the game, there you get characters. It's a trainer and a Pokemon together, and they're bringing the original version of Red and his art style. Holy cow! If they would make a game in this art style, I'd try to find a way to steal it. It looks beautiful. Him and that Pikachu, perfection. Pokemon Cafe Remix. Just getting a few things, different starters. I'll be honest, I don't ever really pay too much attention to this. I love the art style. Art style is real nice. And I'd like something better, a better game in this art style. But it's here, and they're still updating it, so huzzah for Pikachu and coffee. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket gets a new booster set and a celebration event. The Paldean Wonders Booster Pack starting today. Very fun. I fell off this game a long time ago. I'd like to get back. I'd like to actually try some of the battles. I've never actually done any trading card game battles before. But they just keep going, and the cards look absolutely gorgeous, especially the ones that are in 3D zones. Those are super cool. And this is something that got me excited. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 GameCube Classics. This is one that it always escaped me. I played Pokemon Coliseum. I never beat it, but I played it, and it was just the coolest game as a kid. Never played Gale of Darkness, and I really don't know much about it. And seeing it here, I don't really like the way the main character looks. He looks the first guy you play as in Coliseum, he's just so cool. He's got the cool coat that blows in the wind, and this guy just has like a little like Vegeta eye display thing and a robot arm. I don't know. He looks cool though. I'm very glad it's coming because this game's like $200 on eBay. But now I get to try it, so I'm very, very excited for this. Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno are coming to Pokemon Unite, along with, in the future, Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr. Sometimes some of the Pokemon they add, I'm going, okay, this is just altogether good. Especially, I love that they're adding the Gen 2 starters. That's cool. Those are just great Pokemon. Feraligatr and Typhlosion, come on. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are going to receive Pokemon Home support. So you can transfer your Pokemon from Fire Red and Leaf Green to home. You cannot transfer them back from what I gather. And then you can transfer those Pokemon to Pokemon Champions, which is coming to the Nintendo Switch in April and phones later this year. I do really hope that it gets a special, like, the Switch 2 edition, it looks better and is not just the Switch version. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I would love that. I'm excited for Pokemon Champions. I loved Stadium when I was little, especially the minigames, the Pokemon Stadium 2 and the Delibird minigame. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. But Pokemon Champions, I'm hoping will be very fun. I'm really out of the scene when it comes to Pokemon for a while, and especially the battles. Any cup EVs and getting your special attack up to here and make sure he has this nature. I'm not too savvy on that, but I do very much look forward to this, and we don't have to wait long. Plus the fact just that you can actually play the original games now and bring those Pokemon, so you're not just renting, like, oh, look, here's on my big Pokemon Champion shelf, I'm going to grab this one. I can actually bring, Jimmy, my Alakazam, with me. That's cool. Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Garchomp Z announced. He looks like a fighter plane. Super sick. Pokemon Poketopia, which comes out, might I say, in 6 days on March 5th. They showed, actually, the more I see this game, the more I'm very excited to try it out. DJ Rotom. It's one of those. He gets into a stereo set, and you can use him to play music from older games, which when I first saw this, I was like, okay, let's play music. It was actually just straight up the music from the older games, which is significantly better for me, that's what I grew up with. They showed off cooking, more of the town building features, and showing how you can play with up to 3 friends, along with the fact that you can do a prop hunt hide and seek. Ditto can just turn into a barrel or a tree. I think this game is going to be a lot bigger than what I anticipated, and probably what a lot of people anticipated at the very beginning. It's getting bigger and bigger, and so many of the things they showed. This is just Minecraft. It's Minecraft, it's Dragon Quest builders. I'm looking forward to this game more and more, and we also, like Pokemon Champions, don't have to wait long, but we really don't have to wait long for this. What we do have to wait for a little bit, but I'm happy we have to wait for it because it means it's not being rushed, is Generation 10, Pokemon Wind and Waves, which is coming, might I add, only to the Nintendo Switch 2 in 2027. Holy cow. I don't know what they did. Maybe it's because Game Freak's working on that game with Xbox, but they learned how to make something look nice. I mean, like, really nice. And you know what? This game looks nice. I didn't think you could say that really super much with, a Pokemon game, but by golly, they did it. It looks good. It's been a while since I've actually bought one of the newer traditional Pokemon games. I will be getting this. They also showed off the new starters, Brout, he's a grass type. He's an angry bird. And I love him dearly. Pom Bomb, who is a fire type Pomeranian, and Gekwa, who is a water type like gecko with thyroid problems. I love these, bro. I always go the fire. I always go the fire. It's like I've had to go the fire since I could breathe and see. I could only choose fire. But bro, you know what? I forgot to mention too. Look at this here, Pokemon Poketopia. This is enough reason. I have to buy this game. Look at that. That's all for Pokemon. That was a lot. I'm going to fly through the next two stories because this is a lot of editing. Story number 2. Jason Schreier on the Triple Click podcast said that Sony might be backing away from putting their single-player games on PC. When he was on the Triple Click podcast, Jason said, regarding PlayStation, quote, I think for them, their strategy is like live service games are coming to PC. But I think the sense I'm getting is that they're backing away from putting their exclusive console stuff like traditional single-player stuff on PC. Kirk, from the Triple Click podcast, said, really? You think they could close that door and start to say, never mind, Ghost of Tsushima 3 is only going to be on PlayStation? Jason said, I do. And even if they don't, we are seeing Wolverine is coming in September 15th. And that's not coming to PC. It's coming to PlayStation 5 only. Kirk said, you don't think that'll come to PC? And Jason replied, I wouldn't be surprised if it never came to PC. But even if it does, you have a strong idea of what that is and that you need a PlayStation to play it, at least for the indefinite future. Very interesting, especially because some of the talk from Asha Sharma, the new head of Xbox, was saying that she wants to bring Xbox back. Some of her talk gave the impression that maybe they want to bring exclusives back. Maybe not, especially with what they've been doing. And I find it very interesting that now there's talk that Sony might be doing the same thing. Are we just getting back from, games everywhere and going back to the older days of you better get your console if you want to play your games? I don't know, but I find it very interesting. Our last story is, yes, I know, I can't help myself. I just have to report on it. Highguard. And just stay with me here for a minute. They released a new mode, Raid Rush. 2 teams of 5 players, which let me just say, 5 players. It should have been 5 players in the beginning of the game. 3v3, too slow. 5, much better. 2 teams of 5 players will take turns attacking and defending their bases with a no pesky looting phase in between. Instead, select your base and use Trader Flynn to upgrade your weapons and equipment in a round-based format. After each round, you'll switch sides between attacking and defending. Your base walls and generators will be repaired, and you'll be rewarded some Vesper, which is the money, to spend at the trader, who will have different offers after every round. And don't worry about buying armor. Everyone has the same armor, and it will escalate in rarity as the rounds progress. This mode plays fast and is the perfect place to get a quick hit of action. I did try one mode of this. I really enjoyed it. The more I try Highguard, and I know a lot of people don't like Highguard. I didn't care for it at the beginning either, but the more I try it, the more I actually sort of like it. And this mode, it did help. I had a composite team, and one guy actually used voice chat, which was very helpful. And we crushed him. But it was fun. It was very fun. The gunplay feels good. I want him to succeed. I feel bad. This game got so spit upon. And some of it do. A lot of it do. But I hope it succeeds. I love them. I don't want these. If not, these guys are going to get laid off. And they spent all this time and a lot of, love and care. Maybe we could have spent a little more love and care. But you should give it a try. It was cool. It only took a few minutes to do a round. I did find it interesting. They also mentioned that the 3v3 raids, which was the original thing, has been disabled while Raid Rush is active. So I think I could see, if this game continues for some time, that they might just get rid of 3v3s altogether. 5v5s and ranked 3v3s are still available, but just unranked, you can't do anymore. And I think that's sort of telling that they're realizing we shouldn't have done 3v3s at all. In other news, a new Backyard Baseball is coming this July in a 3D art style. Not sure if I like the thought of it being 3D, but more Pablo Sanchez is always a good thing. And the Marathon Server Slam is currently going on. Tried a few matches. Very good. It's hard to tell what's going on. There is so much on the screen. I like the colors, but by golly, there's a lot. there is a lot. It's very interesting, and it's obviously probably going to do at least somewhat well. I think some point this week it was the 5th best-selling game on Steam. It's not even out yet, so it's just pre-orders. So hopefully it does well. It's only $40 like Arc Raiders. Yeah, it was cool. It was good. I want to try more before the slam's over. But that is all the news for today. Thank goodness. This is getting long. Thank you for watching. Go play old Pokemon. And I'll be honest, if you don't have to pay $20 to pay Fire Red and Leaf Green if you pull out your Game Boy Advance. Just saying. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.